Hello, 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 hello. I am desperately trying to turn the sound off. Let me mute myself there. So I am streaming to Instagram too. And so I was trying to figure out how to silence myself over there. So those of you that can see me on Instagram, hello. I see there's my Aunt Marianne is on. Hi, Aunt Marianne. I've got a couple other people on there. Ashley G. McCall. Hi, Marianne. So, boy, this is going to be fun to follow. Now I got another chat on here. So, first time on Instagram. So, those of you that are joining for Instagram, we're typically on Facebook and YouTube. And so you'll hear me calling out people like the Fittest Touch, my girlfriend Mel over in England, and Rob, who is a good friend of mine, and Foxy from England as well. So this is our holiday bash. So, Deborah's here. She can see my Fear the Crab Cat. This was a gift from my wonderful husband for the Y files over here on YouTube. So we're going to be doing readings for you guys. I'm ready for Christmas. My Spode Christmas mug here. Hi, Sally, over on YouTube. So jump right to it. I have no idea how YouTube is. Oh, Fittest Touch, you are my favorite people over there in England. Well, you and Paul and Rick Paul and Foxy and Trevor and all the whole bunch. I totally wanted to put together a Christmas party for us content creators because like most people have like office parties. So if Trevor shows up tonight, I'm gonna be like, Trevor, we need to have like an office party. And we can like have a little, I know the Hutches are gonna do something, I think on Christmas Eve. But I thought it'd be really fun to have like a Christmas party. Rob, you're everywhere. You're over here, you're over there. It's a good thing I have all these screens. So let's get down to it. So tonight is readings for you guys. Um, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna kick it off. And just bear with me, guys. Go slow on the comments. So the drill, if you want your own personal reading, you can comment on YouTube side. Jay Marcus is down for Christmas party. I love that. So you can comment over on YouTube, either super chat, super sticker, or you can comment in the feed that you're on. And we also, hi, Facebook user. Who's Facebook user? Just so you know, when you come up on Facebook, if you don't register your name on there, you just come up as Facebook user. So just tell me who you are. My phone is making a lot of noise. I was a little bit crazy getting on here because apparently we're going to check this out. I saw the body language guy said that Harry was taken off the royal website. So I'm doing a look. Oh my. So I guess that's going to be our first read. Um, so stratosphere, no sound, watching UFC with my lad. That's no problem. Thank you for logging in. So I get the body count on here. So the Hutches, I love the Hutches. They are awesome. I hope they have the best holiday season, even though I'm drinking a tea chock full of sugar. So yes, I'm having some sugar for the afternoon. So as of right now, there is a notation that Prince Harry, his Royal Highness (HRH) title, has finally been removed from the royal family website 3 years after he agreed he would lose it in the Megxit agreement. In 2020, the Sussexes stepped down as senior members of the royal family, and it's complete. So wow. Okay, so the website is updated again. So I'm seeing August 9th for this. Oh, am I, like, way behind on this? Maybe I'm totally behind on this. Hi, from across the room, Gregopedia is here. That is my husband. He looks exactly like that, except he's almost 6'4". So, he resembles, uh, Yoda for sure. So, how are we doing over on Instagram? Checking in on Instagram. I don't know if we'll keep doing this Instagram thing because people can see me on YouTube anyway. So thumbs up or thumbs down? Should we read on Harry losing the titles? I don't know how I saw the body language guy just posted something about that. This is like me with email. Ba, 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 ba. And huge bummer, Daniel Bowl is doing a live right now with 462 people over there. So let me see. Yeah, 26 minutes ago, the Royal Rogue did post that it's been changed. So let's do a check-in with Harry. Like I said, if you guys want readings for yourself, just get into the you can do the super chat, super stickers. Let me know. I can do 3-month readings and give you a little taste of what the year to come will be. I do have 12-month readings available, and I put a post in my community post. I put a post in my community tab to see if you guys wanted me to do a sale on 12-month readings. So the 12-month readings run about 155 for like an hour and a half. They usually go over, quite frankly. But I was going to possibly do a little sale if you guys wanted. I'd do like a flash sale on that. And, I was trying to get some feedback from y'all. So if you can do that in the community tab, that'd be great. I did set it up as a poll, make it nice and easy. You just have to click some buttons. So let's see what's going on in Montecito right now. Are there plates flying? Is Harry freaking out? We'll just take a look at him real quick. This was not on my agenda for today. They'll just have me whispering in their ear while they're watching TV. So, all right. What is Harry's position regarding this whole website business? Did this really just happen? I have no idea. I didn't even watch the Royal Rogue. I did see that Ibble Dibble did get demonetized today. So if you are a fan of hers, she has a post going on right now too. She's a pretty notable channel. She's more than 20,000 subs, so it's kind of shocking that she was demonetized. I just want to say loud and clear that I love YouTube. I love YouTube. So, what do we have going on over in Montecito with Harry? We have that Six of Pentacles in reverse. So, that is not showing any charity. In fact, it can be cruelty when it is in reverse. My students will tell you that. Deborah, I'm looking at you, sweetie pie. So, when we get that in reverse, it is not feeling the love, not feeling the care, feeling put out. A little bit more so than the Five of Pentacles when it's upright. So this is almost like a calculated, sand in your face kind of thing. So I think he is not feeling so great. So the Queen of Wands in reverse is not knowing what to do, and devil there is going back to old habits. So I think we're going to see a big loud bada boom, bada boom. I think we are going to see a bada boom. So let's clarify a little bit more. And even though this looks like the 3-month reading, I am not doing a 3-month reading. This is just a little short and sweet here. Clarifier cards, they just give us a little bit more information about the direction that the card is taking us in. So this is disappointment. This is not being grateful, looking away from the things that are good. And we're on a runaway train. Runaway train, never looking back. I never liked that song. Yeah, it really was kind of a bummer. Oh, Foxy, no, Greg, take me as a friend, Greg. Don't worry, don't worry. We have a good sense of humor over here. Healthy sense of humor. So and the Fool in reverse for him in regards to this, lack of charity feeling. He's feeling very reckless and emotional, and he is going to rush into the situation without thinking. So there's a lot of emotion behind this. We're getting that Queen of Wands. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do now? We are stuck. Can't really see our way out of this. The Moon card in reverse is a lack of imagination, a lack of foresight, a lack of looking into the future to see how we're going to conduct ourselves well. That Death card in reverse is telling us that we are at a hard stop, not transitioning into this life of freedom, life of financial stability and prosperity on your own, independent of the royal family. That Two of Pentacles, they are going to have to make some decisions about money. Hi, Nikki C. How are you, sweetie pie? Oh, smiley face. Am I smiley face? Like, I don't even realize that I do that. Like, I know I smile when I'm nervous and I laugh when I'm nervous, but I didn't even realize I'm smiley face. Smiley. My eye makeup is not doing it for me today. I look like my eyes are really small, so just keep smiling really hard. So when we go over to the Devil card, let's see that Devil card back to bad habits. Bad habits. What kind of bad habits are we up to? What are we up to? Ooh, negative emotions, tearing it all down. How do we dismantle this? So, Queen of Cups, very emotional, just like this Fool card in reverse. We definitely are going to get some negative blowback, planning. We get the Three of Wands in reverse. Now, this is where we're dismantling. This is let's burn it all down, burn it to the ground, burn it to the ground. Um, and not even caring that they're exposing themselves. They have nothing to lose at this point. This is a situation where it's all for naught. We are at the bottom of the barrel. So that is going to be interesting. Let me check out our Instagram post here and see. I've got 0 watchers on Instagram, but that's okay because my Instagram is really, I use it as my personal Instagram. It's under the name Miranda Von Scuttlebutt if you want to friend me over there. So you see a lot of friends and family on there, drinking and Christmas trees and my crazy dog. So, yeah, not surprising. Most of the people there are friends. So, I think I changed it up so it's public, but we'll work on getting more exposure over there. So that's what I think about that. I think there's going to be some drama coming out of Montecito. So HRH. I'm just going to cross that out if anybody asks. I don't know if anyone has seen this. Jerry Seinfeld, hero of the day. Love that Jerry Seinfeld. How could anybody not like him? So Jerry Seinfeld very quietly flew over to that nation in the Middle East that is having so much trouble right now. I don't know if I can say it, but let's see what the next 3 months are going to hold for Jerry Seinfeld. Let's check it out. And again, this is like a little taste of the 12-month reading that I can give people. I like to do these at the end of the year. I will have more coming your way for celebrity. Yes, Jerry Seinfeld, brilliant actor, funny, funny guy. Yeah, don't you think? No? Foxy said brilliant. What? Hi, Suzanne. So let's see how Jerry Seinfeld is going to do. Yes, he was Barry B. Benson from the Bee Movie. I loved the Bee Movie. I thought the Bee Movie was so cute. Temperance. Oh boy. Okay. Um, Looks like Jerry is going to be investing some of his time. And there's the sense that I'm a little bit concerned about him with this card, but, there's a sense that he is, uh, really going to give his time, um, to supporting that country. We all know what I'm talking about. I am alarmed by the 10 of Swords, though. Yes, there we go. Charity. He doesn't care that he's exposed. What's mine is yours, and I'm coming with a pure heart. Absolutely coming with a pure heart. Good guy. Jerry Seinfeld, we're reading on. For those of you that are just jumping in, let me grab a sip of my favorite Yorkshire Red. I think because I do have Yorkshire Gold too. Um, King of Pentacles. Here we're coming in with lots of money. He doesn't care how much money he loses on this. He would he's in a moment where he's like, I will give my kingdom for the support of what's going on over there. So definitely giving up anything that he can. This is really a mitzvah for him. It's a I don't want to say come to Jesus moment because he's Jewish, but it's um, it really is a culmination of altruism and do-gooding. I don't mean that in a light sense. He's really, um, he's really giving back, very seriously to, a nation that is very dear to him. He's really doing that, from the bottom of his heart. He is just kind of pouring everything out. And this scares me. This 10 of Swords is scaring me. Um, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want him to stay there for very long. I think now that, the regular people like us know that he's there, that means that the regular people that are running around, doing not so nice things are there as well, and they are aware of it. So I kind of want him to get out of there as quickly as possible. I don't know if he's going to do that, though. I think he is going to stay and finish what he is doing. I get a sense that he is there with like a contingency from his uh, Shabbat or from his temple here in the United States. He's there with people, with a selection of people. So he's really this is alarming. So um, what can he do to best protect himself in this situation? What can he do? So he really should not be there. I hope he does what he feels he needs to do quickly and then finances what he needs to. I do think he needs to stop being boots on the ground there, even though that's where everything's happening and that's how he wants to support. It's not just this isn't a situation that he wants to throw money at. Um, this is something that sorry, my mic is wiggling. This is something that he feels very strongly about. He does not care what's on the other end of it. So it's a very serious energy on that. So um, bottom line, Jerry Seinfeld, awesome dude. Love that he's doing what he's doing there. Um, love that he's a celebrity that was very quiet about it and didn't cause a ruckus, and that he's supporting what he needs to support. So let's go to the comments here. Still zero people on my Instagram. Zero. Oh, Greg, I left your comment up. It's just sitting there. So, Foxy, no, Foxy, we will never be offended by you, unless you like do some streak in the comments. Like no streak. I don't know if that you have. Huh? What, Greg? I don't know. I think because he called you a beast. But I call Greg Godzilla, so I don't know if that's is that offensive, Greg, if I call you Godzilla? Gogeta? Gogeta. Oh, I can't remember how to say I'm sorry in Japanese. How do I say it? Huh? Omenasai. Gogeta. Oh, okay. Not even close? All right. I don't know how to say anything else. My accent's terrible. I'll curse at you in Russian. Hi, Gemma, darling. How are you, my dear? Everybody, Gemma's in the house. So, oh, you're back from Christmas pantomime. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it's a little bit later there for you guys. This is Christmas week, and I wanted to do my live today because who knows if what the rest of the week is going to be like. Like our plans are changing by the minute. Um, yeah, Shaq is awesome. Let's do a reading for Shaq. Let's do a reading for Shaq. Here, we'll do Shaq. That great guy. I can't even imagine what it's like to build a house for him. Like, I don't think I could live in it. It would just be like everything would be too big. Like, how high are the cabinets in his house? One of my favorite Shaq interviews is he interviewed Mila Kunis, and she was saying how she doesn't indulge her kids. And she was like, no, like we have regular Christmas. He goes, oh, you should give them everything. Give them everything that they want. I'm Shaq Claus. Isn't that what he called himself? Shaq Claus? What? Or are you not? It was so cute. So we've got for Shaq, first 3 months out of the year, we've got that Seven of Cups in reverse. Let's see what that's all about. Upright, the Seven of Cups is excessive choices, dazzled by choices, lots of options, gaslighting. So it looks to me that Shaq is going to have to pare back some of the work that he does. This is about a lack of money. This is about better spending of money. This is size 22 feet. Holy moly, Shaq has size 22 feet. That's huge. So he, in January, he's going to be reassessing the things that he has hitched his cart to financially and support. So it's going to be brand deals and support that we're going to see that. So so that's I think it's practical that justice part can get professional can be lawyers, can be accountants, can be anybody like that. Um, then in February, we get the speed card. And look at Mama sitting there. So there's something about Mama and fresh start. This could either be spouse or it could be actual mom. I don't know if his mother is still with us. So I hope that they are because I think that he is also. Um, but it's almost like there's a fresh start happening. So I'm curious what that relationship is going to do. If it's going to um, be kickstarted or if it's going to end. There's something very new. It could be a split, but it also could be a I feel like it's like a renewal of the vows or something like that. There's something renewed with this relationship. I don't know if he's still having kids. Potentially could be a kid, but there we go. So then we go into March, 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 March. All right, now this is weird. because this again is kind of leaning into a new relationship. So this is possibly an ending relationship and a new beginning relationship. I don't want to brand him with that. Oh, I sound a bit funky going high then low. I don't know what's up with that. Is anybody else having an issue with the sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. So, oh. Thanks, Greg, for being on both. I can't tell if Toa is here. He was on for like a hot second. Um, so no sound issue. Or it might be me just from turning. So a little staccato going in and out. The sound fluctuates. Let me check what my setting is on this. 1, 2, 1, 2. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? How do I sound now? Oh, it's when I turn away from the mic? For snickety. So, Shaq is gonna have a little bit of an interesting start to the year, so we're gonna have to see that. Yeah, I just switched the mic back and forth. So, this I actually use a, Zum mic, ZUM. And I had a lot of trouble with it when I first started, using it, so I do have a backup, and I was thinking about switching it, but every now and if I start tinkering with anything, like, I try not to move anything in the studio because when I move something, everything goes down. So so I try not to do that. So all right, so we did Jerry Seinfeld. I have a list here. So I heard a little rumor that there are some names on a list for an individual who may or may not have unalived himself some time ago, like a flight manifest or something like that, maybe delivered and early 2024, and that oh, Rick Paul! Hi, Rick, my buddy Rick. Everybody that's here, make sure you go over and subscribe to my good friend Rick Paul. Let me put up his channel here. Rick Paul and I are gonna get into some neat stuff coming up in 2024. We were emailing about it earlier today. Deborah is gonna get up to some neat stuff with us too, I think. So, cool stuff in the future, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna do put up Gemma's. If you guys haven't subscribed to Gemma, subscribe to Gemma. Copy. Do, 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 do. And then we're gonna put up oh, Mel, thank you. I'm just about to copy, put you guys up too. So all my fun friends, all of my YouTube friends are in England except for Alicia. So it's great. It is great. So and everybody's so supportive and so nice of this crazy American. It's really great. But thank you so much, Mel. That's I will put that in my Christmas stocking. It's gonna go in my Christmas stocking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see how Mel's rest of her holidays are gonna go. We'll do what you need, what you want, what you get. You want what you need, what you get. So I hope that you were on break from work, because what you want is you just want to be done with the working thing. It's just a bit too much. Your cup runneth over at work. So how do we get there? You just finish the work. Like that's it. Like there's gonna be oh, I picked you, Mel. I picked you. So there's just gonna be a point where you just kind of close the folder and say, we're done. I'm done. There's only so much you can do over the holidays. So what you need is you need rest, and stop trying to get everything done with the work part. Um, Close the files, just be done with it, and just say, I'm good, I'm on holiday. And what you get is you get the boss not bugging you. So we get that, and that helps you replenish. So, we've got everybody gets worried about this Three of Swords. And when I teach it, what happens is this is a tough card. The Three of Swords is a tough card. It's loss, it's sadness, it's depression, it's all of those things. But when you get it in reverse, this is when you kind of wash all of that away. And we've got the swords are upside down so they can fall out. That's one of the things that I always tell my students when you're looking at the cards, especially in the Rider Waite um, uh, pictures. You want to look and see if the elements, the cups, the swords, the pentacles, if they're held, hammered on the ground, held aloft. You want to look at where they are. So when we have that Three of Swords, what's going to happen when it's upside down is the swords are going to fall out. So makes it so much easier. So lack of pressure from the man, the powers that be, the bosses on hand, we're going to be able to rest. So I hope that you are on holiday already. I know, like when I had my corporate job, January 1st was our biggest day of the year. I had to renew like over 100 accounts, over 150 accounts sometimes, in a single day on January 1st. So we would have to work on that really, really hard before the holidays got to us. This is the first year in like 10 years I'm able to really kind of be like, oh, I'm like, there's holidays happening. This is great. It was always kind of rushed and cobbled together, but what would happen was all my clients would be on vacation. So, if things ran up to that last week of the year, they would all be on vacation. They'd be out of office and really, really stink. Um, yeah, hopefully everybody is already vacationing. So let's take a look at what I was talking about before. I'm going to use a different deck. We're going to put some selenite on here, and we're going to see about that list that we're hearing about having released. Hi, Angela Rose over on Facebook. I see you. I see you, baby. Oh, you're off from Friday, back on the 28th. Good. Good, Mel. You deserve to take a break. The 27th is Gregopedia's birthday. We are going to celebrate his birthday. I do a brunch for him every year, and we have all the bros come over, and they eat sausage and baked things and delicious foods all day long. I just keep putting food in front of him. So it's a good day for him to reconnect with all the bros. So let's see. There's a list allegedly going to be released in early 2024. Flight manifest, all those crazy things with that person who unalived himself some time ago, and his girlfriend is currently serving some time for certain things on certain islands and whatnot. We're allegedly going to get a list. 14 days, I think, from today or from yesterday, the individuals who are named on the list who are currently listed as John Doe, they have 14 days to appeal it. So who knows if anyone's going to do that. Curious timing, because we are at the end of the year. So let's see, are we really going to see a list? Are we going to get disclosure on this? Yes, that is a yes. That is a yes. There's going to be some that are missing, and we're not going to get everything that we want. And we're not going to get full details. Are we going to get any surprises on that list? Let's see. We're going to get any surprises Yes. So there's going to be some holdups on the revelations that come out. That we are going to see some holdups. People, oh, Facebook user is messaging Suzanne. Suzanne, I'll give you a reading. You don't have to listen to the trolls. We get a lot of trolls on Facebook. So we're going to see a slow bleed of this list. I don't think they're going to drop the whole list at once. I think there's going to be a back and forth. I think there are people that are scrambling right now to meet that 14-day deadline so that their information is not released. But it looks like that situation is not necessarily going to work for all of them. Some of them will be locked up. There's going to be some big fish that we don't hear about. So, oh my goodness. Oh, Tom Wallace, you're on. Hi, Tom Wallace. Foxy, you are not a troll. You're a fox. So, Foxy, I love when you're in the chats because you keep it fun in there. You keep people talking. Everybody loves you, Foxy. So, keep doing what you're doing. You are a VIP in the chat here. So I think this is going to be interesting. So we're going to keep an eye on this. I got to be careful because there are certain things we're not allowed to talk about. It's like sanitation, Greg. It's like working in sanitation. We can't talk about that either, huh? There's no sanitation company. What are you talking about? So, should I bring out the Visconti Sforza deck? Feels like we're getting a little Italian in here. So yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. And Tom Wallace, I love that you're in here, Tom. Seeing what I do in the crazy days. So Piers Morgan. Actually, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So, let me know. Are there any celebrities you want to see, like little 3-month reading? Anybody you want to hear about from right now? Anybody from the great beyond that you want to hear from? We can talk about that a little bit. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. This is Christmas party. Yippee ki 2023. And I think I got people in the Discord messaging me as well. Who's me who's messaging me in the Discord? Oh, it's Rick. Rick messaged me. Hi, Rick. That's like one of the best things about being on so many platforms. I have so many private messages that I have to check. So, oh, Foxy, you are a VIP. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You should be a VIP everywhere that you go, though, because you're super cool. You are the coolest guy. Let's take a look at Piers Morgan. Because we all know that there was the situation with Meghan Markle and the situation with Harry and the court case, and Harry won a component of his case. However, Pierce got up and made a very loud statement. HG Tudor did a really cool breakdown of the manifesto and then the response. So, if you are not a fan of HG Tudor, you don't have to watch it. But if you are a fan, go watch it because it's actually pretty cool. So let's see how Piers Morgan's beginning of his year is going to be. How's it gonna be when you don't love me anymore? Whose song is that? How's it gonna be? You don't know me. Do you know that song, Greg? I'm just like singing to myself over here. I'm singing to my husband, and I'm just singing to myself. One would think that one of me was enough. Are you still on Insta? Yeah, I have it on the phone. Okay. I think I'm still logged in. I'm just seeing like there's 0 people on Insta. We may not keep posting to Insta. I don't know if it's doing. I don't know if it's. Oh, there's 5 other people there. So Toa might be on it. Sally Lenos. Hi, Sally. And Rob called the. Oh, Rob Calty. Sorry, I'm almost outed him full name. There's 7 people on there. Okay, all right. 8. What are you, the count over there? Ah, ah, ah.
One subscriber. Two subscribers.
Oh my God, I love you. So, all right. So Piers Morgan, we get this grand old devil. What's going on with Piers Morgan? Is he enraged? Is he spicy, angry man? Spicy, angry man. Oh my. So we are gonna see, oh yeah. I think we're gonna see some reflexive action from Piers Morgan on this whole brouhaha that's in the courts, the United Kingdom. He seems to be pretty irritated and, pretty convicted. Those of us that have followed the whole drama with them, he's always been very, very convicted and clear in his estimation of the two and what they're doing. The fittest touch said one sombrero. So, I think that we're gonna see him possibly create a ruckus about this. Now, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I'm certainly not a barrister in the United Kingdom, so I don't know United Kingdom law. But it looks like he's going to file something to kind of in your face um, for the implication that he had done something wrong when he was not asked to testify or provide any kind of statement or anything like that. So I think that's going to be interesting. We go into February with that Queen of Swords in reverse. This is bad news for his opponents, for the people that are against Piers Morgan. He is going to come out loud and strong, and there is going to be some contraction of his expression, if you understand what I'm saying. Contraction of his expression. He's going to be dropping truth bombs, but it's like almost Mad Libs. He's going to leave out like the nouns and the verbs. So, but he's going to give us enough so that we know what's going on. So I think this is going to be interesting come February. January, he's going to be laying the tracks, laying those tracks nice and deep. I think he's coming in strong and angry. And then he is going to start dropping some truth bombs. But like I said, he's going to keep the verbs, the nerves and vowels, the nerves and vowels, the verbs and vowels, the verbs and adjectives out of it. So he's just going to omit those. So when we get into March, this we have in February, we have him tangled up in blue, and he is not able to say anything with that Eight of Swords tangled up. But by March, that Eight of Swords is no longer tangled up. And what do we hear? Truth bombs. Oh, more truth bombs. And he's going to have a lot to say. I think that Piers Morgan has been very selective about the information that he has given out regarding Ms. Markle and his relationship. So I think that he is going to give us a bit more information. So this is going to get very interesting. He's one to watch. The guy lost his job, then he got another job. Then, he came back brighter and bolder than ever. And now he's been, kind of outed in this lawsuit. And he's sloppy shuffle. Oh, sloppy shuffle. Everybody drink. Holiday time. Oh, that is a cold cup of tea. I'm still gonna drink it. I like cold tea. I don't love cold tea. I like hot tea, but if it gets a little cold, I'm okay with it. So, all right. Is Ms. Markle. Well, let's see. Deborah, I looked at Harry's reaction to losing that HRH. What's hers? Let's look at that first, because I think that's going to lead us down a path. Because what I see in my head right now is the Candyland board. Candyland, you kind of like went all those spaces all around. Candyland in England, you guys play that? Like it's the easiest game in the world, but I'm gonna be honest, every now and then, like I hanker in to play it. Like you just pick cards, you don't even roll dice. It's for really little kids. So let's see how Ms. Markle. Coming to the end of the road, Miss Markle. Coming to the end of Miss Markle. Oh, what? What? Miss Deborah, are you seeing that first card? Y'all know what that means, right? And I just dropped cards. Hang on, and I'm back. Um, if you walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away, I'm not gonna follow because I ain't got an HRH. Um, it looks like this is a good reason to go. So there's no if there's no HRH, is there really a reason to stay there? It's kinda like the trees that fell in our yard the other day. If no one was there, did anyone hear it? Which was the first pun that Greg and I made on the trees that fell over. So, is she gonna walk? Is this a last Christmas gave you my heart, very next day you gave it away. Yep, he is powerless. He's got nothing for her. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing. So we got a few sixes here. We got the six of pentacles in reverse, and we've got that six of wands in reverse. What do those mean? So sixes in tarot are places of stability. They are where we are putting on the second level of our house. If we're building a house of pips, that's how I teach it to my students. So when it's in reverse, we've got problems getting to places of stability. So this is this awkward climb of getting to the sevens, which is an unstable odd number. So we're kind of juggling and we're kind of like wiggling between success and not success. We're always at the threshold of success and we just can't get there. So we can't, we keep it keeps oscillating back and forth between success and no and stability, success and stability, potential success and stability. I had to say oscillating because I used it in the book. So it's oscillating. So they never get purchase to get to that point where we're constructive and moving forward. They keep bouncing back into this unstable level of stability. So, I think she's sick of it. I think she's sick of the drama. I think she is sick of the instability. I think she's ready to go. You know, maybe there isn't a Leica camera. I like a camera. I like a camera. Yeah, everything sucks now. So, I talk about this with my private clients. Sometimes you get into the end of a relationship, the demise of a relationship. And it gets to that point where, like, everything about that person is driving you nuts. I hate the way your hair is growing. I hate the way you sit. I hate the way you open a door. It's so annoying. Everything about you is so annoying. So, they're at that point. It's and I'm sorry I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at the demise of someone's relationship. I'm laughing about the absurdity of letting yourself get to that point in a relationship where just everything sucks and is so, so annoying. So, they're at that point. She hates everything about him. I think I have to work on this boom because my boom is wiggling a whole bunch. I'm afraid my mic is just gonna go flying at any second. Um so, are we leaving yet? This is where we're at, this third stage. Third stage. Are we leaving? Are we leaving the situation yet? She's trying to figure out what her options are. Um, she's trying to cut a deal. This is her safety and security. And I know a lot of hi, Em. Good morning, sweetie. I know a lot of a lot of, YouTubers and analysts on YouTube and some other, news platforms, they keep saying she needs to replace as a narcissist, if you and, again, it's my own opinion, for entertainment purposes only. If one is a narcissist, they must replace the last spouse with a new spouse. And the relationships kind of have a blurred area, or a gray period where you're, devaluing and escaping from one and moving on to the next one. So she is not looking for another spouse. She's looking for another contract. That is her spouse. I don't think she's going to go for another person. I think she's still trying to get the contract. And now it's going to be something a little bit different. I think we are going to see a bigger story. Oh god, he's really leveled at this point. Um, I don't think he realizes it though. What is her next move? 26 of you. Hi guys. Ooh, 26, the tower. Totally exposed and strength. I think she's gonna go with the, not DV, but, like DA. I know you guys, I'm sorry that I have to say it like that. For those anyone watching on Instagram, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I can't say certain words on certain platforms because, my videos will get popped, so I'm very careful. So I think the next step is going to be it was positively awful, and I needed to escape. Are we gonna see an escape? I think we are going to see her attempt to escape to a familiar face. Probably somebody Marcus. Hi, Binky. How are you from Great Britain? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. So, persnickety, I think it's weird how Doria manages to lay low too. She's like a whole weird and odd fish. So, um, I think we're going to see another storyline from her. I think, we're going to get a DIVORCE or a split. And then I think we're going to start to hear stories about how positively unbearable it was. Fell on the floor, sobbing. I collapsed on the floor, sobbing. So I think that's what we're going to get. So, all right. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing, guys? I'm just going to start picking people. I'm just going to put you on the spot. So if you do not want to get a reading, tell me now. Foxy, Foxy, I'm calling you out. We're going to do you, Mr. Foxy. Let me just get your last post on here. You go, Foxy. All right, Foxy, let's see what the next 3 months of your life are going to be like. Oh, Foxy, at home, nice and cozy. Nice and cozy. So January, it's so nice. I'm slipping on the sliding nice. That is music from Really Rosie. So, Foxy, for the month of January, you are going to be holding up at home, getting nice and cozy, and not really pursuing any hard and fast decisions. We get this Two of Swords in reverse. That's like, I don't want to make any decisions. I like where things are now. Be warned, there is transition time coming. So, come this spring, you'll be able to do like a little bit of a level up. It'll be kind of cool. But for now, you can rest. It's actually, I feel you taking like really big, deep breaths. and just kind of sighing uh, like a very relaxed winter. So what was it? Physiological breathing or dynamic breathing or something like that. I was just doing some research on breath work, and one of the things you can do is, when little kids cry, and after they do that stutter breath, that then they kind of set their lip. So if you do that, if you purposely do that, you go, it actually, like, relaxes your whole body. It's really cool. So, that's something that would be very replenishing for you, doing some kind of a breathing technique like that. So Foxy, let me put that comment up there so everyone knows what's going on with you. Hoping to attend the classic car running events and vintage rally events through the spring and summer of 2024. So you need to rest this winter. And that's what I think I see here is the planning that you're going to do. You're not in action yet. So you're really kind of picking and choosing which events you're going to go to, and sorting out the planning. You're extremely content being at home. So we should have a watch party for the Paris to Dakar. I don't know if you watch that. That was an annual racing event that I would watch every year. One of my bucket list items when I was a little bit younger, I wanted to drive a lorry, and one of the support lorries in the Paris to Dakar. I wanted to be a desert vehicle. I thought that was so cool. Alas, I am way too old now and not well heeled to purchase a lorry and but, so when we get into March, so we'll talk about watch party for Paris to Dakar when this time comes. I know your classic cars are a little bit different, but the Paris to Dakar is so super cool. So, when we get into March, the Hanged Man, you're gonna feel a little rushed, like, "Oh, oh, I kinda slept away the whole winter, I hibernated the whole winter." Don't feel like that. You need the rest. Like I said, they taking those big, deep breaths, you really do need to take those big, deep breaths. Um, there's plenty that is going to come your way. Just be mindful that you may need to conserve this energy for a little bit of a crisis that's coming up. Don't worry about it. It's nothing super terrible, but we may have a little hiccup in the plans here, and it may cause you to have to reorder the plans that you make. So this planning stage here in February, where you're figuring out what shows you're going to go to, how you're going to get there, how you're going to attend, how you're going to skip from one to the next, that's going to be really important for this contingency plan. Okay, so plan your contingency plans along with your spring plans. Foxy, you are one of my favorite people on YouTube. I love when I see you all over the place. I see you in the comments. I see you chatting up. I see you on the lives, mine and everyone else's. And you are super, super VIP special over here. So I thank you for supporting my channel. And it is always a delight to see you, my good man. So here we go. Uh, Deborah's back. Hi, Deborah. She's on the clock with her dogs. Persnickety. I'm gonna do 3 months for you too. Let's do a little 3 month for you. Oh, my nose is itchy. My nose is itchy. And you guys can ask me questions in the comments too. Ask me questions. I'll tell you no lies. So persnickety, footloose and fancy free is the order of the day for your January. So we're going to see some expenses, money's being spent. Let's see what that's all about. I hope it's fun. I hope it's like on cakes and cruises and not on hot water heaters and washing machines. Heaven forbid, a new roof. Oh, and there it is again. More money going out. Oh, it's going to be for something good. It's actually gonna be for something really good. So, January looks like you are gonna have a little bit of a boon that's gonna free you up to spend money. I don't know if this is like a lottery win or, it doesn't feel like inheritance. When we get inheritance, it's usually that 10 of Pentacles, something like that. So, that is a really exciting card. I'm just, sorry guys, but I'm getting blown up. I'm just making sure it's nothing that I need to grab right now. So, could it possibly be one of you texting me to tell me that I have a booger hanging out of my nose or my bra strap is showing or something like that? Um, so this is gonna be really exciting. January is gonna be really cool. I'm gonna say, if you have any opportunities to, play like a 50-50 or a lottery or something like that, do it. Do it, do it, do it. There's a lot, looking in your favor for that. Don't spend a fortune, but do a little bit of that. There's some luck on your side right now, and opportunities abound for you to bring some more abundance into your life, which will bring some fun, which will make you be able to, buy cupcakes and go on a cruise. So that's good news. Then when we get to February, February tells us that, and this is a good warning for him, I'm gonna pull both of these, because they were just stuck together. So February is about, keeping balance, being smart. So if there is a windfall here, luck that happens to you, make sure that you exercise some control, because it looks like when we get into February that the things are kind of out of balance. So it looks like maybe we win $500 and spend it all on, one piece of Wagyu beef or something like that. So, be a little bit smart about that. Stock a little bit away. Play with it a little bit, but stock a little bit away. Then when we get into March, we have the Queen of Swords here, who, with her Ace of Swords and her Page of Pentacles, gets much, much smarter about the money situation. So this is where, supreme regret would start to come in, and you would go, if I could go back in time, I could do this differently. So, reason for you getting this reading is basically so that you don't hamstring yourself with this little fun windfall that we're going to get. So, that looks like a lot of fun. I kind of want to go along with your January with you and see what kind of excitement that's going to bring. Little windfall. Love that. Love that, love that. I still 2024, one of my goals, I wanna be the first psychic to have the headline, "Psychic wins Mega Millions lottery." So, that's what I want. I'm gonna make it happen. So, let me hide this comment, and we're gonna scroll down. Nina D, hello, hello. Itchy nose kiss by fool. The M, certainly, certainly. Persnickety, I hope you get some money out of that. M, let's see. Career active switch up decks. I'm gonna let little selenite sit on this. M, what's going on the right side of your chest? What's going on over here? There's something going on over here. It's feels tight, like you've been like churning butter, like chopping butter or something. Feels like there's something tight on this side. Take it easy on your body, okay? Like you could just be like scrubbing the shower or like sweeping too much, but I can feel there's all this tension across the front of your chest. So just when you get in the shower, I know we're not supposed to do this as ladies because it does make the ladies hang a little bit more when we loosen up the muscles there. But just let some hot water run on that, because I do feel that there's a little bit of tension in your chest on this side. And it could be something as easy as like, playing with the mouse, being on the computer too long. It could be something like that. Not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. So that's a commercial here in the United States. So hi, Rainbow Rose. Good morning, sweetie. So, all right, let's see. Work, work, work. Who doesn't love Rihanna? I love Rihanna. January. January. January prospects with work are going to dry up a little bit. Now, it's not that the actual prospects are drying up. It's just that there's lack of response. So, um, and it's due to logistics. It's due to people being out of the office. They're getting back in. They have a backlog of work. So they're just kind of tabling those applications that are coming in or submissions that are coming in for employment, or for promotion if that's the case. So, don't be too disappointed about that. Nobody's really plugged into it, even if it's a position that needs to be filled with haste. Nobody's really plugged into that action because they're trying to just keep the machine moving, that conveyor belt of whatever industry it is. They're trying to keep that moving. So when we get into February, that urge to give up, I want you to avoid it, and look like we've got all kinds of good stuff. This is why we do the clarifier cards, because that 8 of Cups walking away looks like a little sad character. He's kinda walking away, he's got his head down, he's kind of mulling along. But here we have a cataclysmic change, a change of course, an unexpected change of course, and this is almost fated. That's why the Tower card's at the bottom. When we get the Tower card, that can be like an act of God. Somebody gets in there and goes ba-boom and makes something happen. So here we've got destiny, cataclysmic change that possibly is fated, and then a super happy person. So I think by February, whatever wheels are turning over here in January, we're going to see those wheels start to produce grain or whatever wheels produce, water wheels, they produce water, right? Um, so that I think is going to be interesting. You're going to get some kind of an offer. There is someone who's going to come along and say, "Hey, I really like you." The problem with it is that I think they are not going to step to the table with enough money. This is a situation that you absolutely can negotiate, because if you take the position for less than what your benchmark, and if you take it for, less than your worth, and I do mean that, um, you're going to regret taking the position because it will be, a notable amount of work, and you're always thinking, "Oh, man, I should have asked for 10 more, I should have asked for 5 more, I should have asked for 20 more." Um, you know, that will be a slow reveal, and it'll just kind of taint the whole situation. So even if you like the position, it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth. They do have additional money for you to negotiate salary. So, one of the books that I personally love is Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. He's a hostage negotiator that, did a masterclass where I got me a subscription to that masterclass, and I watched his class, and it was unbelievable. His book, Never Split the Difference, is great. It's about negotiating. It's about, getting what you want and using different tones, different language to express, control over the situation and really kind of nudge your person toward the results that you want. So, I do think that one of the things, and I'm sorry if this sounds a little ist, but I do think that women are not trained to negotiate salary very well in business school and in the corporate environment. Um, to wit that the opportunities that I've had to negotiate salary have been met with, a glass ceiling. Um, so, I do think that it's very important to learn how to negotiate that salary and do your research and understand your worth. Unfortunately, there's a lot of occasions where there's a website called my life.com, I think it is, and you can go in there and you can see all kinds of information about all kinds of people. Freedom of information here in the United States. So, you can kind of use things like tools like that to your advantage. So, um, so long story short, things are going to be slow in January. February, things are going to pick up. We're going to see some interesting offers, but the offer is going to come in low. So feel free to go and take this time, take the next couple of months to learn how to negotiate salary really, really well. There's lots of people. I mean, Chris Voss is just one of my favorites, but and it's not specifically about negotiating salary, though there is a component of it in the book. But it's a great book, and if you get it on Audible, in fact, I'll pull it up. Let me get a reference for you here. There he is. There's my guy. I love this guy. Oh, you know what else? If you get an Audible, if you have an Audible subscription, it is free. Or is it free on Audible? What did I just say? No, Kindle Unlimited. It is available at no cost. It's free on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have a Kindle subscription, it's super great. It's super great. Oh, wifey, you've got a cold? Stinks. Wifey, let's see what's going to happen with you in the next few months, other than your stinky cold. Everybody's got something around here. I talked to one of my girlfriends today, and she was totally fine yesterday and woke up with a horribly sore throat. She sounded like hot garbage when I talked to her and felt very bad. So Greg and I and the kids are going to duck as many germs as possible over the holiday season. I'm going to try and stay away from all of that. So, wifey, let's see what we got for you for the next months. What we got? See if we see any pentacles floating around in there. Any pentacles floating around. So I don't see any falling into your pocket just yet. There's an interesting thing here about mindset. So when we get mindset's very interesting. Those of you that want to get deeper into the behavior of mindset and what you can do to kind of change your mindset, go on over and go see Fitness Touch on his channel. Mel's in here too, the Fittest Touch. He's got a class coming up, a coaching class that will start in January. It's a 30-day coaching class. I just did it. It's fantastic. You start your day with a blank page of awesome mindset. You start planning goals, you start changing behaviors. He's an amazing coach. Him and Mel both are just terrific people and terrific coaches. And I just spit all over the place, so you know it's true. Um, but go on over there, get in on his class. There's a Discord for it. And I've already done it. I'm still going to be active in the Discord. I'll still be talking to everybody. It's not just a 30-day thing. It's a life changing thing. You're going to be changing all these behaviors in your life. Are going to be improving yourself overall over a prolonged period of time. So I will set up another post on my community page for that as well. So, wifey, mindset. I actually, Joe Dispenza said something today. You don't have to become wealthy before you can feel successful. Joe Dispenza, I love Joe Dispenza. I talk to you guys about him all the time, Dr. Joe. I thought that was a really amazing quote because, some people they feel that wealth is just drawn to them, success is just drawn to them. Some people it's women. Some guys they walk in a room and women flock to them. Um, there's something about the mindset and the expectation of that will attract that to you. So if you're going to be negative and miserable, you're going to attract negative and miserable. But if you are expecting good things to come, if you are, it's already happened and those things are coming to you. It's really interesting how you can manifest some unbelievable stuff. So let's see how we have to break the code of this to get around this mindset. Forget about convention. So this is cool. January. This is gonna be your task, wifey. You are going to forget about physics, convention, all the rules, and you are going to throw yourself on the mercy of magic. It's heavy stuff, heavy stuff. So, what's gonna happen when you do that? That's where this begins. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, throwing out the Hierophant, which is our conventional thinking, our conventional training, and we're moving into subconscious planning for success and bringing success. Now, your success is not gonna be a lottery ticket that, 500,000, $500,000,000 falls into your pocket. It's going to be there's going to be a work situation that will bring that near you. Now, work, it sounds terrible. I know it sounds terrible. But this isn't the kind of work like, you're gonna have to go into a shop and stand behind a register. This is going to be something that's at hand, something that you already do now, that is going to bring you not only a little bit of extra pocket money, but it's going to bring you some fulfillment that has been missing for some time. So, um, it's not going to be immediately clear to you what this is. This is a slow process of getting it here. The mindset has to happen first, and then these doors are going to unlock. When we get into March is where we see a trickle of money coming in. And again, this is something that you enjoy doing already. So I don't know. I mean, it could be, and I feel like it's home based. So it could be knitting, it could be, making little hats and booties for preemie babies or something like that. And you wind up getting a name and you become a celebrity and booty maker. Booties, not booty. So for babies, not for people or adults. Not for adults. So so, it could be making cookies, it could be, all sorts I feel like you're in the kitchen, you're doing something with your hands, and this is something that you really like doing. That's really the trick behind having a fulfilling life. Like, I have always enjoyed reading cards and doing psychic work and helping people make better decisions with their lives. I've always liked doing and, now I get to do this every day. So, like, I, kinda spring out of bed and I'm like, "I gotta get down there." Whereas, if you're doing something else, working in a coal mine, working at the local cookie mart, something like that, you may not jump out of bed being excited about that. Um, I'm excited about most things, I'm kinda like a big dumb puppy, but, this is something that it's almost like you're gonna be like, "I can't believe that people are actually paying me for this." And that is a mantra of negative thinking that I do tell people all the time. Don't say that. Don't say, "I can't believe X. I can't believe this." Believe it. There's magic in the world. Like, I never, 2012 when Hurricane Sandy happened, and I broke up with my kid's dad, and I, had no job, really no money. I was like, "This is it. Like, I'm done. I may as well go live on the beach." But, reality is that life changed very, very quickly after that. It did not take very long. And I just said, "Okay, I'm gonna make things better. I'm gonna make a better life." So, it happened. It was a lot of work. It didn't just, not Thanos, like, snap my fingers and everything went great. So, did things go great when he snapped his fingers? Not really, but not for everybody. Just 1/3, right, Greg? Thanos got rid of 1/3? Half? Half, Eddie. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? So there it is, wifey. So something interesting. You can message me about that. I'm curious. So doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, wifey, you're under the influence of NyQuil. That's okay. Oh, Rainbow Rose, yes. Feed the crab cat. This is, from, the Y-Files. My darling husband and I are terrific Y-Files fan, and so he got me this shirt. Oh, wifey, yeah, do Hutch's class. I'm telling you, it really is great. One of my girlfriends, I just sent Hutch an email. One of my girlfriends is going to do it. She's one of my best friends. She's actually the gal who the BFF Double Trouble reading is named after. It's my friend Kay. She is an absolute hoot. She is a Jersey girl just like me. I've known her my whole life. So she's gonna do the 30-day class. So it's well worth the effort. Deborah, yeah, if you want to do it too, it's really cool. And I'll be in the chats on it. I'll be in the Discord on it. So you're already on the Discord with me. So I'll be, oh, hey, Hutch is here. Hutch is here. Hutch is here. I didn't know. I thought maybe you were like neck deep in wrestling. Maybe getting choked up. So yeah. So we're gonna get more people on here. Hi, Alex. I'm gonna be under the influence of some red wine pretty soon. That's where I'm going. Scrolling through. Oh, look, more, more, more trolls. So wait, persnickety. Oh, how come he's not making noise? I love him. My nephew did not love him. My nephew was freaked out by the teeth, so he tried to hide him. So we had to do something about that. Don't be a sheep. So I'm scrolling through the comments, guys. I'm scrolling through the comments, and oh, Rick, sweetie pie. All right, Rick, you're getting a reading, Mr. Man. We're getting a reading for Rick. For Rick, let's see how things are gonna go in the great beyond for Rick's spiritual practice. Again, those of you that aren't following Rick, please get over there, sub to him. It is amazing, and we're gonna do some fun stuff coming up in the new year. Working on some cool things. I'm full of good ideas, sometimes full of beans. So planning, Rick. So January, what do we have for January? January, we've got that cup that's in reverse, just changing direction. And it's changing direction a little bit slower. So we're turning the Titanic, not turning a speedboat. And don't worry about, so I know this sounds really stupid, but don't worry about the climb up the hill. Okay. The climb up the hill is actually the fun. So, one of the things my ex was a terrible traveler. And he was like one of those guys, if the plane was late, he would be really unhappy about it, and he'd just be miserable. And I would always tell him, like, the traveling is, like, part of the fun part. So going to the airport, having the Bloody Mary at 7 o'clock in the morning, watching all the people travel, people coming and going. As a psychic, I love going to the airport. It's, like, such a great vibe to, like, people are happy. Some people are sad, but, most people are, like, really happy they're traveling, they're doing something cool. It's a very buzzy kind of atmosphere for a psychic. But don't don't get frustrated with the ride there, okay? The ride to success. Don't get frustrated with it because there are a lot of lessons that you're going to pick up on the way there. So you're getting kind of instead of getting I don't know if you guys have Cliff's Notes in Great Britain. For like classic literature, for literature, we have something called clip notes, and it's like kind of the synopsis, so college students don't have to read the whole book. Kind of foolish if you're a college student, but it's what you're there for. You're supposed to be reading. It's my opinion. So, you're not getting the Clips Notes version of Success. You're getting the 4-volume novel version. And so there's something about like, I see you relishing it. So it's like you're biting into, like, this delicious, luscious mm, fruit thing, and it's you really are getting to experience all of the steps and the success, and, don't look at it as hard work. Don't look at, slowdowns as challenges. It's more, I hate to say character building because that's so corny, like, "Oh, it's character building." It's not that it's character building, it's practice building for you. This is giving you the opportunity to take every step one at a time rather than blow up the staircase 3 steps at a time. It's worth the walk. It's worth stopping and seeing the different things. And, me personally, I'm very excited to do some more serious work with you because I wanna know more about what you do, and I wanna tell you more about what I do and how the 2 of us have gotten here. Those of you that don't know, Rick and I kinda have the same story about how our, psychic abilities lit up. We both had a visitation from our grandfather. It was very unusual, but we have a very similar light up story. Um, so enjoy the path because you've got a lot of time, and it's the destination. This is like the most important thing. The destination is not the prize. So your prize is really the experience, and uh, you know, taking those steps and really knowing what you're doing, okay? So, I not that's not saying that you don't know what you're doing now, but, having that it's almost like taking those sure steps as we go into the future. So, Queen of Cups in reverse. So, this is our February, and this I wanna make sure that you do not get seasonal blues, okay? So, one of the things that, Hutch had told me when I did his 30-day class was get afternoon and morning and afternoon light. And I I'm in the basement. I'm in a bunker down here. I'm underground. So the whole world could blow up. We could have, uh, you know, nuclear fallout going on. I wouldn't know because I'm in the basement. So I want you to make sure that you go outside, you get that morning and afternoon light. Set a clock, set a timer for yourself, go outside, little bit of deep breathing, get the air, get that wind going. Um, that's gonna be really important. I don't care how cold it is, I want you to go outside and take some breaths. For you too, like, I don't know if you're an air sign, I can't remember when your birthday is. I don't even know if I know. I should know, I'm psychic, but, I should know because 'cause I'm psychic. That's not how it works. So, there's something about getting outside and again, taking those big breaths of air and just letting the sun hit you, letting all of that happen. I know winter can be really tough for a lot of us, especially those of us who hang out in their basement and are workaholics and don't go anywhere. But it's gonna be really, really important. So make sure that the more you go outside and get that light up, no sunglasses too. That's a key thing. Oh, you're a Taurus. Maybe that's why you need to go outside and get your feet on the ground. So we're gonna elevate you and get you. Thank you for telling me. May 3rd. I have to put that in my calendar now. So make sure that you do that because that is going to help you combat any of that seasonal ickiness that sometimes we get. We all get it. We all get it. Um, as much as that Scandinavian fugue is great, where you curl up and you're inside the house, there's a point where you're like, "Get me out of here! I'm going stir crazy." It's like the Donner Party and North Lake Tahoe. Like, I used to live it. you don't know who the Donner Party is, you gotta look it up. It's not a good story. So when we get to March, interesting things are gonna be happening. We have this Sun card. You're a reader. I know you know what I'm talking about. Oh, abundance. Possible travel too. By the time we get to March, March is the destination point for you in terms of what you're doing with your business and with your practice. So, March is going I think that's the beginning of your season where you start touring. This is when really cool things are gonna start coming up, and you'll be traveling. You're gonna feel really, really strong about what you're doing. So I think if we're looking at February as being a little bit more of a difficult month trying to maintain a balance of disposition, balance of emotional contentment, that kind of thing. The going outside and getting that air and getting that light is going to be really, really beneficial for you. And it's going to set you up for success for March, which is going to blow up and be awesome. So be ready. You are going to be in demand. We're going to lay, some tracks here. Don't let these 2 months get in the way of getting to the successful month of March. So if it's a matter of goal setting, 1 or 2 goals a week for marketing, that kind of thing, go ahead and do that and be prepared for it and hold yourself accountable. Or get a swim buddy. I'll be your swim buddy. You can absolutely get very creative about this. It's one of the things about a spiritual practice for those of you who wonder what this is like. It's not the kind of business that it's conventional and you just step into it and all of a sudden you take out an ad and people start calling. You really do need to establish a following, and you need to do that by doing the job. So, for people that do want to start out, and I've had students like this before that they're like, I really, I want to have a practice just like you, and I want to have clients like you, and like, how do you go about that? And I'm like, you just have to get out there and do it. Whether it's going to events or meeting with people or networking with other people in the industry, which some industries are tougher than others to network in. And I do find that the spiritual community is a little bit harder because when you meet a bad spiritual worker, and they're not really nice, and it's, like, devastating because the expectation is, "Oh, everybody's gonna be really nice, and you're gonna be, like, up here, and they're gonna be, really interested in helping people," and sometimes you meet people, and they're just like I had this astrologer years ago, and I thought she was so great, and I loved her, and she was everything you wanted an astrologer to be. She had, like, big fluffy hair, and, she was, like, very glamorous, and she had this very glamorous shop, and she was opening up another, location, and I had been her client for a few years, and, I bought cards, crystals, and all kinds of stuff at her store, and, so she was doing a reading for me, and I just making conversation with her after, I was like, "Oh, congratulations on the new shop." It was in a very posh town. Her shop was in a posh town, but she was opening up in another posh town, and she said I think she thought that, like, it was okay to say this to me, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna go down and take all those other rich people's money," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's not very nice, is it?" She was a great astrologer, and it was, old school. She did, like, the charts herself and everything. But it was like, "Oh, man, really? You're one of them?" So and, that's not to say that, spiritual people should be giving their work away for free, but just don't be so obtuse about you're taking people's money, it's just a little bit. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, she was a very, very good spiritual counselor. She gave great advice, and I get it. We all got to pay the rent, but it's just loud, a little loud for me, but nonetheless. So, all right, we've been on an hour and a half, guys. I think I'm gonna go call it a night for tonight. I have all my foods made and everybody is well appointed for this evening, but I do think that I am going to chill out for a little while because I have been driving around like all day. I look beat up. I don't know why I look beat up, but I don't have that much makeup on. I have more makeup than I look like, but I just I don't know. There's something about my eyes. Like I'm tired. But I think I am going to call it quits for tonight. So I have class tomorrow night. So those of you who are interested, I will have a 101 class coming. It's going to start the oh, and Rick, I'm looking forward to what we're going to do together. I think we're going to do some amazing stuff together. So yeah, that is one of my fun goals for the future. So super excited about it. So we're gonna swim buddy it up. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. But I am going to try and do another live on Friday. I'll see if I can do another live on Friday. I'll do it nice and early so we can get some of the UK people in here and kick everybody's holiday weekend off. Maybe I'll wear a Christmas hat. I don't know. We discovered a really long Christmas hat in our holiday decorations, and so I pulled it out, and my son goes, "Oh, that's Heather's, his ex-girlfriend's." So he's been taunting her with it, and he's like, "I'm not giving it back," and he told her he's giving it back on Friday or something like that. So I don't know. But so I have class tomorrow night. Some of you are in the class or in my class. So we're gonna have class at 7 o'clock, but there is a class starting in February. If you guys are interested, if any of you want to learn more about tarot and how I do what I do, you can send me an email at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. Also, you can book your own magical reading with me, a private reading if you would like, at my Calendly link. It's in the description of this video. And, I'm doing the 12-month readings. I'm booking a lot of those for people for the new year. Everybody likes to get like a snapshot view of what their new year is going to be like. So it's a little fun reading to do. But I did also put a post up in the community tab to see if you guys wanted a sale on that, or if you want another option. Like I could do like a quick and dirty reading, so I can set that up and do like I don't know, $10 reading or something like that. So let's have some fun with it. All right, guys. So happy days. Happy holidays, and I will probably see you on Friday, but let's see. Keep an eye on my channel to see if I do set it up, okay? All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the donations. I will see you all soon.